The history of Uttar Pradesh, the northern Indian state, stretches back technically to its formation on April 1, 1937 as the United Provinces, but the region itself shows the presence of human habitation dating back to between 85,000 and 73,000 years ago. The region seems to have been domesticated as early as 6000 BC. Prehistory. Archaeological finds have indicated the presence of Stone Age Homo sapiens hunter-gatherers in Uttar Pradesh between around 85 and 73,000 years old. Other prehistorical finds have included Middle and Upper Paleolithic artifacts dated to 31,000 years old and Mesolithic Microlithic hunter-gatherers settlement, near Pratapgarh, from around 10,550 9550 BC. Villages with domesticated cattle, sheep, and goats and evidence of agriculture began as early as 6000 BC, and gradually developed between c. 4000 and 1500 BC, beginning with the Indus Valley Civilization and Harappa culture to the Vedic period. Extending into the Iron Age. The Kingdom of Khosla, in the Mahajanapad era, was located within the regional boundaries of modern-day Uttar Pradesh. According to Hindu legend, the divine King Rama of the Ramayana epic reigned in Ayodhya, the capital of Khosla. Krishna, another divine king of Hindu legend, who plays a key role in the Mahabharata epic and is revered as the eighth reincarnation of the Hindu god Vishnu, is said to have been born in the city of Mathura, in Uttar Pradesh. The aftermath of the Mahabharata Yuddh is believed to have taken place in the area between the Upper Doab and Delhi during the reign of the Pandava king Yudhisthira. The kingdom of the Kuras corresponds to the black and red ware and painted grey ware culture and the beginning of the Iron Age in northwest India, around 1000 BC. Most of the invaders of South India passed through the Gangetic plains of what is today Uttar Pradesh. Control over this region was of vital importance to the power and stability of all of India's major empires, including the Maurya, Kushan, Gupta, and Gurjara-Praishihara empires. Following the Huns' invasions that broke the Gupta Empire, the Ganges-Yamuna Doab saw the rise of Kannauj. During the reign of Harshavardhana, the Kannauj Empire reached its zenith. It spanned from Punjab in the north and Gujarat in the west to Bengal in the east and Odisha in the south. It included parts of central India, north of the Narmada River, and it encompassed the entire Indo-Gangetic plain. Many communities in various parts of India claim descent from the migrants of Kannauj. Soon after Harshavardhana's death, his empire disintegrated into many kingdoms, which were invaded and ruled by the Gurjara-Praishihara Empire, which challenged Bengal's Pala Empire for control of the region. Kannauj was several times invaded by the South Indian Rashtrakuta dynasty from the 8th century to the 10th century. In the 16th century, Babur, a Timurid descendant of Timur and Genghis Khan from Fergana Valley, swept across the Khyber Pass and founded the Mughal Empire, covering India, along with modern-day Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh. The Mughals were descended from Persianized Central Asian Turks. In the Mughal era, Uttar Pradesh became the heartland of the empire. Mughal emperors Babur and Humayun ruled from Agra. In 1540 an Afghan, Shah Suri, took over the reins of Uttar Pradesh after defeating the Mughal king Humayun. Shah and his son Islam Shah ruled Uttar Pradesh from their capital at Gwalior. After the death of Islam Shah Suri, his prime minister Hemu became the de facto ruler of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, and the western parts of Bengal. He was bestowed the title of Vikramaditya at his coronation in Puranikala in Delhi. Hemu died in the Second Battle of Panipat, and Uttar Pradesh came under Emperor Akbar's rule. Akbar ruled from Agra and Fatehpur Sikri. In the 18th century, after the fall of Mughal authority, the power vacuum was filled by the Maratha Empire. In the mid-18th century, the Maratha army invaded the Uttar Pradesh region, which resulted in Rohillas losing control of Rohilkhand to the Maratha rulers Raghunath Rao and Malarai Holkar. The conflict between Rohillas and Marathas came to an end on December 18, 1788 with the arrest of Ulam Qadir, the grandson of Najib-ud-Dawla, who was defeated by the Maratha general Mahadaji Scindia. In 1803, following the Second Anglo-Maratha War, when the British East India Company defeated the Maratha Empire, much of the region came under British suzerainty. British rule, starting from Bengal in the second half of the 18th century. A series of battles for North Indian lands finally gave the British East India Company accession over the state's territories. Ajmer and Jaipur kingdoms were also included in this northern territory, which was named the Northwestern Provinces. Although UP later became the fifth largest state of India, NWPA was one of the smallest states of the British Indian Empire. Its capital shifted twice between Agra and Allahabad. Due to dissatisfaction with British rule, a serious rebellion erupted in various parts of North India. Bengal Regiment's sepoy stationed at Meerut Cantonment, Mangal Pandey, is widely credited as its starting point. It came to be known as the Indian Rebellion of 1857. After the revolt failed, the British attempted to divide the most rebellious regions by reorganizing the administrative boundaries of the region, splitting the Delhi region from NWFP of Agra and merging it with Punjab, while the Ajmer Malwa region was merged with Rajasthan and Oudh was incorporated into the state. The new state was called the Northwestern Provinces of Agra and Oudh, which in 1902 was renamed as the United Provinces of Agra and Oudh. It was commonly referred to as the United Provinces or its acronym UP. In 1920, the capital of the province was shifted from Allahabad to Lucknow. The High Court continued to be at Allahabad, but a bench was established at Lucknow. Allahabad continues to be an important administrative base of today's Uttar Pradesh and has several administrative headquarters. Uttar Pradesh continued to be central to Indian politics and was especially important in modern Indian history as a hotbed of the Indian independence movement. Uttar Pradesh hosted modern educational institutions such as the Banaras Hindu University, Aligarh Muslim University and the Darul Uloom Deoband. Nationally known figures such as Chandrasekhar Azad were among the leaders of the movement in Uttar Pradesh, and Motilal Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru, Madan Mohan Malviya and Gobind Ballabh Pant were important national leaders of the Indian National Congress. The All India Kisan Sabha was formed at the Lucknow session of the Congress on April 11, 1936, with the famous nationalist Swami Sayajanand Saraswati elected as its first president, in order to address the long-standing grievances of the peasantry and mobilize them against the zamindari landlords' attacks on their occupancy rights, thus sparking the farmers' movements in India. During the Quit India movement of 1942, Balia district overthrew the colonial authority and installed an independent administration under Chaitu Pandey. Balia became known as Bari Balia for this significant role in India's independence movement. Post-independence, after India's independence, the United Provinces were reorganized as Uttar Pradesh in 1957. The state has provided 7 of India's prime ministers and is the source of the largest number of seats in the Lok Sabha. Despite its political influence, its poor economic development and administrative record, organized crime and corruption kept it amongst India's backward states. The state has been affected by repeated episodes of caste and communal violence. In 1999, northern districts of the state were separated to form the state of Uttarakhand. See also, Indus Valley Tradition, Painted Grey Ware, Vedic Science. References. Further reading, R. C. Majumdar and A. D. Pusarkar, The History and Culture of the Indian People. Volume I, The Vedic Age. Bombay, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan 1951, R. C. Majumdar A.L. An Advanced History of India, Macmillan, 1967. Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak The Arctic Home in the Vedas, Messrs. Tilak Brothers, 1903.